First off, I want to give all praises and glory to the Most High Yahawah in the name of His only begotten Son YAHAWASHI, in the name of the Holy Spirit. In Paleo Hebrew, it's called Allah, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashai, Bahashem, Rahach, Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me this truth. Salutations to all the brothers out there that's teaching this word in truth and sincerity and peace. Blessings and healings unto the elect and the multitude, because that's why we do these videos. And today, man, I want to talk about World War III, man. This is a World War III update, and I want to get a scripture before I start off. I usually don't get scriptures, right off the bat, but I'm going to get it because World War III was prophesied about. All the world wars were. Okay, World War III is the last one, Armageddon. Let's get the prophecy on it. This is Revelations 8 and 13. It says, "And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe." This is World War 1, 2, and 3. "To the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which were yet to sound, but what? You go over a chapter, it says, One woe is past, and behold, there come two more woes hereafter. World War 1 is over, World War 2, and World War 3. World War 2 is over, right? Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." Okay, and I got some videos right here. Now, this was taken on TikTok, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It says in the USA, models of Russian S-300 are being transported somewhere. And a couple of, I don't know if it was a year ago, it was in between, but China was doing the same thing. They was building cardboard cutouts of U.S. artillery, U.S. tanks and all this, and they was blowing them up and somewhere, and the U.S. is probably going to do the same thing. These are probably cardboard cutouts right here. So let me play this, and then let me get into it.
So you wanted some military equipment, did you? I don't know what the fuck this is, but it looks kind of interesting. Nuclear weapons or something. The fuck is that, y'all? What is that? Holy shit! World War fucking 3! Hello!
Yeah, man, this war is about to tighten up, man. They over there practicing and probably blowing them things up, for some drills or something, and it's inevitable, okay? This war is inevitable, man. This is going to be the last war ever, okay? And Russia has a lot to do with it, too. That's why I got this. It says, "Millions of you don't even realize you are going to die in a third world war." And what do YAHAWASHI Messiah say? Let's go to the last days in Matthew 24. And 6, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." We're hearing that right now. We're seeing this right now. "See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Okay. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow." So, you know what I'm saying? These countries coming against America, dropping a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Russia, Iran, North Korea, China, all these countries coming together, it's for this ultimate war, okay, that YAHAWASHI Messiah wants. Now, we can go to Joel real quick. Before I read that article, I want to read Joel. It says the nations will be judged. Now, when you go down here, it's talking about World War III, but it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up." Okay? So YAHAWASHI Messiah is preparing everybody for war, man. It says, "Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears, and let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves, and come, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, because the mighty ones to come down, O Lord." And it's just crazy because it says, let the weak say I'm strong. Basically, nobody's scared of America anymore. And you know what I'm talking about if you're listening. It says, Let the heathen be wakened and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Now, when you go to this article, just the header, you don't even realize you're going to die in the third woe. You know what I'm saying? But put you in a sickle, for the harvest is ripe. The harvest is ripe, man. Okay? Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, in the valley of decision. So, YAHAWASHI, he's making that harvest ripe. Okay? And that sickle's coming. He's going to kill a lot of people in World War III. And that's a fact. Okay? That's why when you go to Matthews, it talks about famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All that's going to come with it, man. Okay, World War III is going to start. Famine's going to come. Pestilences, earthquakes, and then these are the beginning of sorrows, man. You know what I'm saying? Get some more context on the scripture. Let's go to 2nd Ezra real quick and 16, because it talks about the same thing. Before I read that article, 2nd Ezra 16 and 17, it says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Okay, this is talking about in the last days. Okay, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation are scourges for amendment, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. So all this ties with the wickedness of the people, man. This is why all this is happening. It says it in Joel. Okay, for their wickedness is great. Okay, it talks about it in 2nd Ezra. In Matthew 24, it talks about it. Okay, because when you go down here, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Why? What's iniquity? Let's go to it. The condition of without law, wickedness. So this is why all this stuff is happening. And YAHAWASHI is using all the stuff bad that's happening on the earth. That's why it says all these evils. Okay, he's ramping up these evils on the earth to filter out these people, man. To get them out of here. Okay. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish with famine, and the other that escape the hunger the sword will destroy. Now it's over here saying millions of people will die in World War III. Well, you're reading it right here. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So it's going to be so many dead people in the last days, especially in World War III, especially in these famines, these pestilences. It's going to be so many people, dead people, man, that they're going to be cast out as dung. They're just going to be left on the street. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see that as a regular occurrence. Okay, so let's read this. It says, what is going on what is it going to take to wake people up? Russia is deploying tactical nuclear weapons to Belarus, and there is lots of talk in the Russian media about using such weapons to bring a quick end to the war in Ukraine. And these nuclear weapons are going to be used. You know what I'm saying? And they're definitely going to be used on America. Okay, that's why it talks about the second death. It talks about the lake of fire. Russia has a big part to play in that. You know what I'm saying? But let me read this real quick. The theory is that once the Russians show that they are willing to use tactical nukes, the U.S. and other Western powers will back off. But that won't be what happens. Instead of backing off, the Biden administration will respond by using U.S. tactical nuclear weapons against Russia targets in Ukraine. And once both sides have used tactical nukes, it is just a matter of time before the big nukes get used. This war could have been avoided at the negotiating table long before it ever started, but that didn't happen. And this war couldn't have been avoided because the God of everything wanted it to happen. Okay, and whatever He says goes. Okay, Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be forth that go out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, can be avoided, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. So YAHAWASHI wants this war. It was written from the beginning. Okay, no matter, no, you can't negotiate your way out of it. Ain't no negotiating with the Lord. He don't negotiate with terrorists. Okay, just like y'all say. Um, it says, and we could still have a negotiated solution, but at this point, both sides are not interested in peace talks at all. Okay, and Yahweh Shemashah is bringing that division. Okay, he's the one that's bringing this division on the earth. That's why everybody's divided. That's why you got this side versus this side. You know, let's get this. I came not to bring peace on earth. Okay, let's get this. This is Matthew 10 and 34. It says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, this is what Yahweh Shemashah came to do. He came to bring peace to the Israelites, but to the rest, no, man. Y'all gonna fight to the death. Okay? I came to bring division. Let's get that. Okay? Everybody wonder why there's so much division, divisiveness on the earth right now between certain particular groups. It's because Yahweh Shemashah wants it this way. He divides and conquers. Okay? His enemies. These people are his enemies, man. Okay? This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. Okay? How about some is bringing all this? Okay, point blank period. Okay, he got these devils versus devils going on right now. Okay, because you know Russians are devils, right? They're Edomites, but what? He's using them to buck up against the Americans. Okay, Satan versus Satan, man. Let's go get that, man. Satan versus Satan. It's in Mark chapter 3. This is Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. America's divided right now, so it's eventually going to fall. The Western world is divided against each other right now. It's all going to fall. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but he have the end. So we see the end coming, man. All this division, okay, leads to the end, man. Okay, point blank period. Can't be avoided. Inevitable. Okay, going back to this article. It says, so we will continue to steamroll down the road that leads to a nuclear conflict. Both sides just continue to escalate matters over and over again. And even Vladimir Putin is admitting that this could easily cause a third world war. Now, you know, Russia has a big part to play in this war. Okay. Go to Ezekiel 38. And it names them by name. It says, and the word came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, thus say Yahweh Shemashah, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Gog and Magog's talking about Russia. Go get an old biblical map. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So it's inevitable, okay? Yahweh Shemashah is the one that's turning them towards war, okay? And they can't avoid it. These Americans can't avoid it. The elites of this world can't avoid it, okay? Everything that's been written in this book, okay, everything Yahweh Shemashah shared is coming to pass right in everybody's face, okay? Putin speaking at a meeting with Russian war correspondents in Moscow yesterday said the United States pretends to not be afraid of an escalation of a conflict in Ukraine, but same people there clearly do not want to take this to a third world war. In the event of a third world war, there will be no winners, including America, and there will not be no winners, okay? They're both going to fall, and then the Israelites are going to rule the earth after they fall, man, you know. But, you know, they're going to destroy themselves, man, with the weapons that God gave them, Yahweh Shemashah gave them. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this world, in its current age, This age is going to end, the age of wickedness. Okay, these people ruling. Okay, it's coming to an end, and this is how it ends in nuclear war, man. Go read it in Revelations 18. Okay, Isaiah 13 talks about Babylon being destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, that's why it says in Revelations is the lake of fire. That's not talking about in hell. That's talking about on the earth with the use of those weapons. It talks about the second death. The first death was water. The second death will be fire. You know, it all comes together when you put two and two together, man. You know, you just gotta, the spirit gotta be on you to understand. It says, but even though Putin realizes where things could be heading, he insists that peace talks are not an option. In fact, he just said that this war will only end by freeing the entire territory of former Ukraine from the United States and Ukrainian Nazis. Okay, so I don't need to read no more of this. You know, basically, Putin is putting his nuclear weapons in Belarus. You know what I'm saying? America is building, you know, Russian S-300s in America so they probably can practice on them. You know what I'm saying? China's doing the same thing to, they're building U.S. warships and they're blowing them up out there. So this narrative that YAHAWASHI has been pushing, that will come to pass. You know what I'm saying? This will come to the most deadliest war of all, man. Okay? And like I said, it's a filtering process to get rid of the wickedness on this earth, man. And so you got to let it happen. So double honors unto the elders and apostles of GMS who taught me the truth. And call Allah Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakadash.